I want us to talk about the American migration into the beautiful island of Jamaica. Why are they going to Jamaica? Why are they relocating to Jamaica? And how are they living there? What do Jamaicans really think about it? So that's what we're gonna be talking about in today's video.
I've been watching Americans over in Jamaica, and I've also watched Jamaicans and how they've handled Hurricane Melissa, and it's starkly different. First of all, Americans are neurotic. We're nervous. We're anxious. Our nervous systems are really jacked up. And then us at home that are watching, we're on here commenting. We're outraged. I had so many people comment that were just totally outrageous comments about things, because it's like everybody's in this fight or flight, ready to start a fight, ready to protect themselves, terrified for their life. Jamaicans, safe, calm, relaxed, helping everybody else feel safe. This is from what I've seen. Now, I've only seen this from my screen. I'm not in Jamaica right now. But from what I've seen, Jamaicans and Americans, we have totally different nervous systems. And I think being connected to your spirit and having a connection with nature and the earth makes you much more sane and at home in yourself, safe, and trusting in just like life, because you have this connection to your spirit that you just feel in your body. You just know that there's nothing that can threaten that. Not a hurricane, not poverty, not death. Nothing can threaten that. And the Jamaicans know it. Americans, a lot of us, there are some people who have this connection, but a lot of us want that. We talk about these types of concepts, but we don't have an actual visceral embodied knowing of it like Jamaicans do. Jamaicans can teach us a lot about life, and we can learn from them. Just watch what's happening. Watch how we handled it differently, and who you would rather be like. Who would you rather be like? The people that feel safe and trust, or the people that are terrified all the time?
Somebody, a child, me need a tub of Vaseline for this. US promised additional $10 million to Jamaica for Hurricane Melissa Relief Fund. Yes, my dear child. The US planned an additional $10 million to Jamaica for the Hurricane Melissa Relief Fund. Put on me Vaseline. Put on me Vaseline and say it again. The United States of America gave Prime Minister Holness an additional $10 million because of Melissa, and it's for the Melissa Hurricane Relief Fund. Okay. All right, we hear it. Yes, you heard me right. $10 million from United States of America.
Okay. It's day 6. I'm on day 6 in Jamaica. Yeah, day 6. Look at my skin. Am I glowing? Because I feel like I'm glowing. I'm on day 6. Day 6 of moving to Jamaica. And again, I know I came here and my nails had a fungus on them, which is why I took all the nails off, because I got a fungus at the nail salon. My face was dry and broken out, you know what I'm saying? Like, my hair we was okay with my hair. Like, I really never had any complaints with my hair. But the way my body feels here versus being in the U.S., I don't know. I keep saying, like, it's hard for me to be in a space being mistreated. And let me also say, I have not shaved, okay? I have not shaved. I'm not a girl who wants to shave. These men have been so complimentary and in my natural body, and not just men, the women too, like everyone is very complimentary of my natural beauty. And for me, it just feels like alignment. It just feels like alignment, and I am happy to be here. Welcome to Jamaica. Listen, I'm practicing my patois.
So recently, me make a video about Jamaicans. I'm going to say Jamaicans should not be disrespecting Black Americans. And there's a common thing that I always see in the comments. People talk about Jamaicans treat white people better than black people. And in my experience, we don't really see that. But if you experience that, let me tell you something. A lot of Jamaicans do not understand black American history. When me first got to America, I never understand no civil rights movement, no Jim Crow law, no abolitions. I never understand that. I had to do it myself. A lot of Jamaicans don't want to do that. They don't want to sit down and learn black history because it's too much work, okay? And minds are fucked up, and most of them respect white people because they feel like white people have money. And most of the reason for this is the media. Because when I first got here, I thought Manhattan was mostly white people. And when I was like, oh shit, what the hell was I watching to know this?
Okay, so I was not going to get involved, but Black Americans, how are we now the victims here? I'm so sorry. How are we now Karens? If our sisters and brothers in Jamaica are saying that Black Americans are over in Jamaica whining and complaining and acting the fool, instead of getting on here and saying they're not even Black Americans, why are you blaming all of us for only one person? Instead of taking the defense, how about say maybe I haven't seen everything that they've seen? Is it possible that there are videos on TikTok that maybe you haven't seen yet? How about give them some credit? Is it possible that maybe everybody is not crazy and you're not the only person that's intelligent? Is it possible that your reaction is exactly what they're talking about? Just some food for thought. Y'all are acting just as ignorant as the ones that are over there. I've seen tons of videos and it's freaking embarrassing. My hair looks crazy. I don't even care. It's freaking embarrassing. Over in Rio, a couple of different resorts, acting ungrateful to, first of all, just be alive. Ungrateful to the staff. Yes, there are a few Black Americans that have been grateful to the staff. A few. But a lot of them are over there being entitled. Like, yo, what happened? With everything that we're dealing with in this country, in the U.S., we're in somebody else's country, acting like this, entitled? Are y'all serious? Please stop acting like victims. They get to say something about Black Americans because this time Black Americans are acting like asses. Deal with it.
Jamaican Americans are better at representing Jamaica than Jamaicans who live in Jamaica, part 2. Number 1, if you see my video with the bag juice in Bravo, you realize that a lot of Jamaican Americans are very happy that there's bag juice in Bravo. And the reason why is because Jamaicans have been living in America without bag juice for ever since we start come America. But Jamaicans who live in Jamaica will never appreciate bag juice because they don't understand, well, even if they understand, they don't fathom that no bag juice no they are foreign. No bag juice no they are foreign. Jamaican Americans appreciate the Jamaican culture more because we don't get access to the culture as much as somebody in Jamaica does. Somebody who's never left Jamaica before. They've never had to live in a country where, yes, it's a lot of Jamaicans, and yes, Jamaican culture is still very present in states like Florida and New York, etc. But certain things like even the ATT apple, you can't find America. Jamaican apple named ATT apple. Pepper shrimp. It's hard to find pepper shrimp in America. Me here say someday Fort Lauderdale. I think I tried it in Fort Lauderdale before. I did try it in Fort Lauderdale before. It does not taste anything like the pepper shrimp in Jamaica. Jamaican KFC. When a Jamaican first land in a Jamaica, the first place them go a KFC. Even the rivers in Jamaica. A Jamaican American will appreciate the rivers more than a Jamaican living in Jamaica because a Jamaican living in Jamaica already has access to the rivers. Being present for the Jamaican holidays, and the list go on. Things that Jamaicans in Jamaica take for granted, Jamaican Americans not take for granted.
So there you have it, guys. I want to say, Big up to each and every Jamaican, whether you're there yard or you're there abroad. We still gonna come back on the world map. We just need some time to rebuild. Yes, Jamaicans down. Yes, we have differences. And yes, we need to rebuild. But make no mistake, we still gonna soon up on the track. We still gonna soon up on the field. Jamaica still gonna come out, come compete. And as I said before, if you think Jamaicans not strong, or you think Jamaicans not band together, just try have beef with one, and you will see how all of them come together. Again, Jamaicans are resilient, and we're gonna come back. Believe me, we're gonna come back. And let me just take the opportunity to say, big up to each and every Jamaican we are help. Whether you are help from abroad or you are help from Jamaica, whether you help monetary wise or you help with a prayer, or even you help with a labor, every help is acceptable, and every help we give thanks for. So make no mistake, because our music are gonna come back, the people are gonna come back, the tourism industry are gonna come back, and we still are gonna depend on the world map with the culture, with the vibe. Make no mistake about that, Jamaica are gonna come back. So my heart definitely goes out to anyone that has lost a loved one or still cannot find a loved one, and my heart definitely goes out to each and every Jamaican that has lost something in this hurricane. Whether you lose your business or you lose your house or you lose your crop, everybody, every and anybody will lose something. My heart goes out to you. And as usual, guys, we are Jamaicans and we're gonna help each other, and we definitely come back on the world map. So allow me to take a note with this video, and we'll be catching up on the next one. Alright? Peace.
When Americans tell me they want to move to Jamaica because I tell them my past experience living in Jamaica for 13 years, they're like, oh, I wish I could live there. I said, nah, you will not survive. You will not survive. Because I know that the media talks about Jamaica in certain ways, but this is the media. They don't really tell the truth about so much things. And tourism is seen as something high class or fancy. And when they hear about the lifestyle in Jamaica, they're like, bro, it's a third world country. I mean, it's about to be not a third world country. I don't know how depends on how you say it. Before you say, why am I going against my own country? I'm just speaking the truth. Americans and other people from other countries would not survive in Jamaica, especially if they don't know where to live, who is around them, nothing or history around the area, because it's better to go there to visit or at least own a place, but to live permanently from year to year, nah, that's not something you really want to do. You will not survive. You might love it, but you're going to hate it eventually.
So my Caribbean cousin, I noticed on my timeline a lot of the Americans were complaining that they were not receiving good treatment from the staff in the hotel in Jamaica because they're receiving food in a bag. Who sent you there? Who sent you there? You should be grateful that you're receiving food in a bag. If you're ready to leave Jamaica, go to the embassy and tell them that you demand that your president leave their warship, leave the Caribbean Sea, and come and pick up all the Americans who are currently stranded in Jamaica. Who sent you there? I am sure you received a warning that there was going to be a hurricane in Jamaica. Like I said, go to your embassy and demand that your president come and pick up all the Americans and take you back to America where it's safe, allegedly.
Jamaica's life and the way that you feel there, it's like I feel like I need less. And I know that may be a controversial statement because of how hard it is everywhere in the world, but there's a lot of financial opportunities here in the US. But in Jamaica, I don't feel the pull of capitalism as much. I don't feel like, oh, I need to go buy some new shoes and I need to go buy this and I need to go buy that and I need to go buy this. I feel like the US sets you up that you're always thinking about buying and renovating something. Jamaica, you feel like you just want to be present. Whatever that means. Does that mean you want to go hang out with your friends? Does that mean you want to go to a party? Does that mean you want to spend your money on doing stuff that fuels your soul? Whereas in the US, you feel like you need to spend money to just spend more money, to spend more money, to spend more money. Like you're pouring into an empty cup and it's never getting filled and your soul just never gets any type of like, meh.
I'm going to come on here and say this, not as a Jamaican, but as a human being. And I'm currently in America right now. So I'm speaking to American people. And I'm not blaming all of you because I understand that, not all of you are like this. Do you get what I mean? Like America actually has beautiful people, right? But I've been coming across videos of, American people in Jamaica that are basically complaining at hotel staff and being rude to them about the fact that the food is not to their standard. Mind you, Jamaica has not seen a hurricane like this since 1988. The last time a hurricane came at this strength was Hurricane Gilbert, do you understand? And our parents speak about it, including my mom, all the time. So the fact that something like this happened again is truly devastating. Now I see a lot of people on social media saying, oh, but you could have left. Oh, this, oh, that. I'm not going to blame the tourist because I don't know what that tourist financial circumstances is. Maybe they never had the means to leave. Do you understand? Because it wouldn't be fair of me to jump on this lady with everybody else not understanding her point of view or why she chose to react the way she did. I'm not going to invalidate, how she feels. But what I'm saying is, bro, people lost a lot in this hurricane. People lost their homes. And a lot of these people who lost everything are impoverished. But I just say this to say, be human, man. Just be human, because I get it. You worked and you save all that money to go and have the Jamaican experience, and it just never happened. And understand, it's not the Jamaican people's fault. It's not the hotel staff fault. They did not conjure up that hurricane. If Caribbean people had the power to not conjure up them things, we wouldn't. I'm telling you, it's not their fault. Just be human. A lot of people have lost so much in this hurricane, including the hotel staff that some of you mans are down there yelling at, bro. They do not live at the resort. They eventually have to go home. And a lot of them might be going home to nothing. I'm not invalidating. I get it. Your money went down the drain. Yeah, but be human. Just be a human being. That's all it is. That's all, That's all I had to say, man. That kind of was disappointing to see, but that's all I'm going to say. Just be human. Just pick it up with the resort. Let them give you a refund. You get your money and you go home, because what some of you don't understand is you go home to your nice houses in states where hurricanes probably don't even come. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have not lost anything apart from the Jamaican experience. You're going to go home with your life intact. A lot of people are not privileged as you. Just be human, man. Good night.
Message to the tourists then when they in Jamaica complain about the food here. Are you tone deaf? Do you lack compassion? Do you have any sort or level of decency? Do you also lack awareness? Sister, we just have one hurricane. Natural disaster. Imagine. So many people are left homeless. So many people don't even have a bed to sleep on. They don't even have a roof. Don't even have no food to eat. And you are complaining about the food we get at a hotel? The nerve of someone. Someone just dirty and nasty. We don't look nasty ways. They can't wait for you to go home. Just left. Go on in the river, go on in the sea, go swim back in your yard and come out.
So, my good people, for so many Americans, Jamaica itself as the island represents freedom. I mean, the easy life of the island, the sunshine, the reggae. Guys, if you probably watch YouTubers in Jamaica or even content creators, and they probably don't, cancel the background noise, it will always be reggae music, dancehall, and that is one of the music culture that has really made Jamaica popular. Even if you ask a small child about music, they'll not go without saying reggae music or dancehall, and also a lot of beautiful and sweet mango trees, akis. I mean, all these things, they just bring the right attitude. So imagine in America where people live to work, or do they really work to live? What do you think about that? And after all this stress of running up and down, no sitting down and just thinking about something, you are just thinking about work, because if you don't work, then it's gonna be tough on your side, because I mean, rent over there is super expensive. So at the end of the day, you'll just see them, landing in Jamaica, and they'll be like, finally, I have found a home here. Jamaica has really healed me. And honestly, guys, we feel so good when we see people accepting and coming out and talk about Jamaica's beauty. It's awesome. It's great. The beautiful beaches, the coastlines, the music, the food, they just eat our souls really differently. Some of them, imagine, sell their homes and they literally pack everything that they can actually carry. They go back and they start afresh in Jamaica. But of course, that's after so many years of saving. I can tell you, Jamaica is a paradise. Of course, it's not perfect, and there is no town, there is no person who is perfect. But I can tell you, Jamaica is paradise itself. Even though this Hurricane Melissa has really destroyed it, I know it's gonna come back. And I know even, there are those who really traveled to Jamaica, though they saw that there was Hurricane Melissa coming and they still went there. They are stuck there. I don't know what they are thinking about. What is their thought now? Probably I'll do some research here and there. But guys, I can tell you that the cost of living in Jamaica is really affordable. Though electricity is kind of high, but of course, as we said, there is no land that is perfect. Internet, it is there. Import costs, they are a little bit, favorable, and so many other things are kind of affordable, which makes, the Americans really want to go and live there. And now we talk about culture shock. I know probably if I move out of my country now and go live in Jamaica, culture shock is one of the things that you have to experience, whether you go to Tanzania, whether you go to Rwanda, whether you go to Europe, Australia. Culture shock, I mean, I just love the fact that Jamaicans are very real, like 100% real. They speak their mind, they move with rhythm, and they don't like to be taken for fools. Never ever. Don't ever do that to a Jamaican. I normally see some YouTubers, they think that they are fooling them, but you know what? It's not going to end up well with you. But I know most Jamaicans are super nice and supportives. Some Americans, they go to Jamaica and then they want to be treated like celebrities, But I can tell you, Jamaica humbles you quickly. The white people normally have this tendency of, if I go to a third world country, there is that superiority power that, I think it's just a perception that they feed their mind from when they were really young. So sometimes you cannot really blame them. It's the system that taught them about, you are a superior when you go to Black nations. But try that in Jamaica. They will humble you. My God, look at Jamaican resorts. I mean, just living next to a Jamaican who is hustling day in, day out to make ends meet. Beautiful, right? So you'll find most of them adjusting and blending in very quickly. They even learn Patois. I don't know if you've listened to white people speaking Patois. You will actually listen to Chinese talking Patois, and that you can even see there are a couple of videos about the Chinese community supporting Hurricane Melissa victims. They were speaking Patois, guys. You couldn't believe, right? I mean, you'll see Americans that just went to Jamaica eating at corner shops. You know, most of them, they have their restaurants, they are kind of self-service fast food hotels. I don't think in first world country there is an hotel that, you know, they bring your food to the table and then you eat, you leave the utensils there for them to come and pick. I think most of them are kinda self-service, but you can correct me down below if you think like I'm wrong about it. But of course, if you go to New York where the black community is large, they serve you. But I don't know. They probably could tell me in the comment section below. Okay, as much as others do complain, they try to sit down and compare, and they'll later on realize that every paradise comes with its own problems. Like, it's not perfect. In short, don't really talk about, you know, the paradise is a perfect place, because of course you'll experience power cuts or unstable electricity connection, slow services in the government. You want to extend your visa, and then, you know, things don't really work in third world country. It takes time for something to be processed, and then it's executed and finally completed. It takes so much time. So you'll find these people adjusting slowly by slowly. At some point, you'll actually find animals in the road, cattle, goats blocking the road, and it's life anyway. I understand in first world countries you got no such kind of experiences. It's really hard because farmers do live far away from the big cities. Okay, Americans are moving into Jamaica. What are Jamaicans gaining? What are they really gaining? So, number one, many Americans who move to Jamaica bring investments. They bring new ideas and sometimes charity. You see these organizations that support the vulnerable communities. I don't know if you watched Mr. Beast recently. A couple of months ago, left for Jamaica and constructed over 100 houses for the needy. Actually, through the needy, like those who weren't in a position to have a good home, they were built a brand new home. They even furnished it, and that was beautiful. That is just one story that we've seen in the platform. There are so many others. Also, Americans go to Jamaica. Jamaicans will be in a position to open up Airbnbs, cafes, you know, yoga centers, and of course that translates to employment at the end of the day. And the best thing about it is that even some collaborate with the community, which is really awesome, you know. But of course, there is also the other side of the story, right? When foreign people buy properties in Jamaica, in some parts of Jamaica, probably Portland, Negril, you know, the next thing that will happen, prices hike. It's like in Africa, once a tarmac road is constructed in your area, it's automatic that land prices hike, land prices rises, automatic. So in the case of also Jamaica, it happens actually in Jamaica also, but in this case, when these foreign, the white people from America or even black Americans, when they go to Jamaica, they buy properties or men. I mean, it's chaotic. I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage. I think it's a disadvantage because, yeah, the prices are going high. So that means at the end of the day, you see these particular people, the citizens, the local citizens, they'll be disadvantaged in some way because how are they going to afford that? Remember, the world is really unfair because the rich keep getting richer and richer, But the poor, I mean, that's how the world is, right? So while Jamaicans really receive so much visitors, it also brings out, tension here and there, because Jamaicans will be like, are we losing Jamaica to people who only discovered it in social media, or to people who discovered the beauty of Jamaica after Hollywood in the movies? Anyway, I want us to be fair at this particular point, right? So many Americans in Jamaica, not there to take, let's be sincere about that. They're there to connect. Jamaica is a third world country. It's, things move really slowly. You'll not just, it's very hard to be in your house and then they just bring you a letter that, you need to pay this and that. I mean, there is no rush. And then again, one of the best thing about these people that visit Jamaica or probably go and live in Jamaica, they normally volunteer in schools, hospitals, they support local farmers, and they genuinely try to understand the culture, which is beautiful, right? So imagine if someone came to your place or your area and they don't have any interest in your culture or just anything to do with your country, like they're so negative about it. How would you feel about that? Yeah, that's what we are talking about. And the beauty of it is that there is intermarriage, because these people they end up they end up marrying each other. So it's beautiful. Okay, it's not really like it's a simple story as we're trying to say. I mean, it's not that simple. We're just trying to, say what we really think about all this situation. But at the end of the day, you'll see that this particular Americans, whether black, white, it doesn't matter. These people, they are in their own unique way. And by them just accepting to be part and parcel of Jamaica is beautiful. And at the end of the day, Jamaicans are living in Jamaica, Americans living in Jamaica are actually chasing what we all want, which is peace, a sense of belonging, and freedom. Everybody wants that. Those three things, they cannot get it in America. And hence, they are going to the land that we all love to get them. Okay, I know living in paradise doesn't really mean that everything is just smoothly happening, going on well. It's also about understanding the island, like the people, the struggles, the culture, the resilience. That's what matters. So guys, if you're watching this and you are an American, and you're thinking about moving to Jamaica, you should ask yourself one question: are you really going to live with Jamaicans or to live on Jamaica? Because guys, those are two different sentences. If you are going to live for Jamaicans, it's also good to see the flaws or the disadvantages and learn from them. It's good to do that. I don't know what you think about this video. Kindly comment down below. Let us know, are Americans in Jamaica helping the island to grow, or are they changing the island too much? Comment guys. I'll see you in the next video.